Hello, friends of the 10,000 Call Project. It is Jimmy Dulin, and today is Friday, the 13th of February, and we just ended the week of February 9th. So I'm here to discuss how it went, all the successes, failures, all that good stuff. I have all 10 digits still on my hands and all 10 digits on my feet, so everything's okay. All right, here's the numbers. Monday, 54 calls, 8 calls answered, 3 appointments kept, 2 appointments canceled, 3 applications on Monday. Tuesday, 56 calls, 11 calls answered, 4 appointments booked, 1 appointment kept, and 3 appointments canceled. Wednesday, 28 calls made, 5 calls answered, 5 conversations, one appointment booked, 3 appointments kept, 2 appointments canceled. Thursday, 56 calls made, 5 calls answered, 3 appointments booked, 2 appointments kept, 1 application. Friday, 23 calls made, 3 calls answered, 2 appointments booked, 1 appointment kept, 1 application made. So how does the week summarize? Here's what it was: 217 calls, 32 calls, 32 conversations, 10 appointments booked, 10 appointments kept for the week, and 7 appointments canceled, and 5 applications for the week. Actually, that'll be 6. It'll be 1 more appointment, so it'll be 11 appointments kept and 6 applications, because I've got one that'll happen after this. So as long as that person shows up like they're supposed to, then it'll be 6 applications and 11 appointments kept. So it was a great week. Again, we're not gonna do the number of agents that we added in terms of the org, because we're going to share that at the end of every month, just that one time. But I also came up with a plan. I was talking to a buddy of mine about this. Came up with kind of what seems to be realistic, at least in my mind, and that is 10,000 calls, 2,500 conversations. Of the 2,500 conversations, signed 250 agents up with eXp Realty. Of the 250 that I sign up, 25 of them becoming growers and meaning people that are going to build their own organization. Now that seems like a reasonable number to me, but when I shared it with him, and he's an alpha with eXp, so he's certainly more versed than I am. When I shared that with him, he said that he thought that the most that anybody had ever done in 1 year was about 125 people that they signed up to join the organization. So, gosh, I guess I just have to break the record and set a new record, raise the bar. So 250 it is. I think that's realistic. It really had nothing to do with the record. The math just seemed to make sense to me. So we'll see. Gosh, if I fall short of 250 and only do 200, won't that be a bad year? Anyway, that's the project. That's the results from this week. It was a good week. I will tell you this. I did it this week with a cold. I thought that could potentially cause some hiccups, but it didn't. My wife medicated me, and I was like a Division I athlete, man. I was hard charging and pushing through. But that didn't get in the way. And I will tell you the truth, and that is, as this momentum builds, as the conversations are being had, as people are booking appointments with me, as they're keeping those appointments, as they're filling out applications to join, there's more energy, there's more enthusiasm, there's more excitement, there's more pep in my step. So I'm certainly getting more and more excited about this as time progresses. And I'm also planning my week accordingly, so that this happens first before I do anything. So just lessons I'm sharing along the way, because people, one of the most common things is they're like, I don't know how you get through that many calls in a day. And I just don't waste time. I'm pretty deliberate, and I stay on task to get it done. So anyway, we'll keep going. We'll keep plugging along. I'll keep sharing. Hopefully, this information is helpful, maybe motivational to somebody. But if you have a desire, I had somebody text me today that asked if they could come watch. If you're in this market in Indianapolis and you want to come sit in here when I make calls, you are welcome. If you are not in this market and you want to get on a Zoom with me or something, happy to do it. There's really nothing fancy or proprietary about what I'm doing. I'm just using Corded for data, using Attractify for my CRM. But what I'm doing is using them. I'm actually doing the efforts. And I think, it's too early to tell, but I think we're proving that the model works, and it works really, really well if you work it. That's certainly how I feel right now. So I've got my blinders on. I'm going to stay on the task at hand and get my 10,000 calls and enjoy the benefits of the 10,000 calls that I make and the relationships that are formed and the lives that are changed. So anyway, we'll see you next week, if not before. Thanks, and have a great day.